today. Anyway, this one I think they are more kit wagons, but not Athern Blue Box. These, get that out of the way, are from a company called Bowser. And the guy had 3. I watched them. They were buy it nows, and no one bought them. So he put up a private offer, and I messaged him because I thought, I'll have all 3 if the price is right, not one. And the private offer thing doesn't give you the option to take up the remaining stock. So I messaged him, and he said he'd do the 2 for the other same price. I said, well, because I've accepted the offer on that one, you have to automatically take payment. So he adjusted the price on the 2 remaining ones and put them post free. So I just bought them. So I only paid like £2.66 postage, I think, or something like that. £2 or £3. So I bought all 3, and they are Norfolk and Southern again. Cool cars. They're a little bit sort of more finer detail than the earlier period Blue Box Athern ones. Bodies are sort of a bit thinner, probably more to scale, I guess. Sort of various, although they're already moulded details like the stirrup foot plates, that they are a lot finer detail. So that's 3 more. I'm trying to get some other ones, but as I've said before, Norfolk and Southern aren't the most readily available ones on the market. Now, this one is another railway shop online. I have sort of been on their site, and look, I thought they only dealt with the big stuff, you know, G gauge and Garden, LGB or whatever it is. But they do basically all gauges. I suppose they specialise in the larger gauges, but they do a bit of everything. I think they do some of the shows. They had some used items at, well, the price I'm prepared to pay, which in some cases is a bit more realistic than eBay prices. So, back with the camera, we have the Graffiti TEA oil tankers. Now this is a design preservation models kit. Looks like it's been kicking around a while. Wasn't advertised as used, but I'm not sure whether that was old stock. It's not been used. There's something floating about inside of the chimney pots. They look like they might be resin. So it's just a little American built, £8.50. You can't buy anything from, well, when Hornby was selling kits, the Dapol kits are more than that. And this is sort of, you know, quite a solid, thick construction. A pre-made one. Someone's asking between £10 and $15.99 for these on eBay. I got this one for £9. And again, this one £8. And these are from shops, not private traders, shall we call them, on eBay. It's sticking out the box a bit, so I'll just have a look. I managed to pick a few of these up there. So we've got the modern couplings fitted to it. Looks like all the minor brake pistons and such like. Underneath they're not moulded, they look like separately fitted parts. Steps are all there. Wheel trucks are a little bit floaty. What we got out there? Something else in the bottom. some yellow bits, don't know what they are. Got some detailed drill holes, look like they fit to the bottom of the door. I can't quite see without opening the pack because the instructions are folded up, but they look like another bit you fit to the door for something. I've got that many boxes, I've started putting them on Facebook and giving them away to eBay traders and people who are moving house. So that is it for this section. There will be another one tomorrow. I've just had notification it's coming. So, hours for me, milliseconds for you. Well, 3 today, I wasn't expecting that many, but I had notification on 1. I'm assuming this is probably Chinese in origin. Yes it is. It's combined postage, but they haven't been doing updates. So there is some related railway items in here. Some that aren't. So I bought one of these little workshop blowguns. I'm hoping I can get a reducer and use it on my airbrush compressor. I do have another small nailer compressor if not, just for blowing air on models to clean the dust off. You know, where you can't sort of put a brush or a vacuum cleaner on without damaging delicate little sort of bits. So I bought this smaller gun. I have got another one with a nozzle on it. So that's an antenna aerial. Not really related to that. That's an accessory for this little Quang Sheng K5 handheld radio. Got in here, I think these should be, I think they're 360-degree turning servos. They're like the last ones, but normally servos only do 180 degrees, these do 360. So they'll be useful for projects. And we bought some bootlace terminal set. Odds on the case will be cracked. They usually end up cracked. Oops, crimping tool. It feels quite a reasonable, you know, it's not got that thin metal bend it if you give it too much teddy sort of feel. It does actually feel a little bit substantial. And various little connector pieces there, so the other alternative is to just tin the end of the wire, but these are convenient, quite commonly used now. There's some quite big beefy ones in there, but probably a bit big for railway, but they might come in useful for my control panel on my brewery, because that's built to pull about 60 amps to 80 amps in full whack. Now this wonder is not a can of drink. Now, quite how you're supposed to get into it, whether you do open it like a can and destroy the packaging. But inside here is a full, I don't know whether that's the one I ordered, full remote control car. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I'm going to cannibalise it, or rebody it, to make a motorised scale car or truck or something to power it. I think this was 172. It looks a bit smaller than a Hot Wheels car. We'll come back to that anyway. Next on the list is Mr. Peter's spares. I hate peanuts. Well, I don't mind the salted variety, but not packaging ones. So let's have a have a look. I'll get everything out, save you the boredom of looking at a box. Go back again, and we have checked it all off, and it's all there. 10 cradles from MGR wagons. These are so I can change them quite easily from EWS if I pick any more EWS ones up. Not an issue, I can just stop them from being EWS by swapping the cradle. I got these, well they actually look like nails. It focuses. They are the Sea Cow, the modern Sea Cow buffer. They got them on clearance. I've got a pack before, but they're quite handy because obviously you can drill a minute hole in what's remaining of your broken off buffer and just push this in. And I did think, well, it looks so much like a nail, why not just buy a pack of nails? But can I find anything with a large head and small? So yeah, it was a good idea, but it didn't work. We've got some TEA ladders, or post office wagons. These will fit TEAs, and I have got a couple that have the ladders missing, so I bought these as spares because they were cheap. A couple more packs of the false bodied coal wagon tops. They are the last of the sort of reasonably priced ones, if you can call them reasonable. So everything after this will be handcrafted, I think. I have a crossing kit, so I want the earlier type with the old train chuffy thing. You don't see them now. That was only a couple of £3. Then they had some paints on clearance, or sort of reasonable price. The life colour paints are quite a reasonable price compared to the other ones. So we bought this, I think it's Tensachrome. I think it's like an it's smoke, but you can add it, blend it in with other paints, which obviously you can do with any other paint, but there's some kind of jiggery pokery within it, apparently. I don't know. Rail weathering series. We've got roof dirt, weathered black, sleeper grime. I bought that just to see what it's going to come out like, because the amount of track I'm going to have to sleeper grime, I'm going to need a bigger pot than that. So the idea is, if it looks okay, I'll try and colour match this with something commercially available in 250ml pots or something. Frame dirt and brake dust. I don't know what they use for brake blocks, but I haven't seen brake dust that looks like that. I know there is a lighter coloured sort of friction material that you don't see on cars and things, and lorries, which I have seen a sort of a harder material, I think. So it could be that reason. I don't know. Never seen a brake shoe off a wagon or a locomotive. More sort of a beigey, sandy sort of colour. I don't know what it comes out like on the camera, because that's not, the colours don't always come out right. Well, that's that lot.